Konnichiwa, minasan. Today I wanted to do two vlogs, but I only have time for probably one vlog. Peace sign, peace sign. So yes, one vlog today, and I'm going to be doing a moment of truth. Today, ooh, today's St. Patty's Day. Oh, happy St. Patty's Day to you. I have a friend of mine who's Irish at work, Mr. O'Sullivan. And there's many O'Sullivans. And in the States, they sometimes drop the O to the name to just have Sullivan. So we have two Sullivans in my company, and we also have an O'Sullivan. And he has an Irish accent and everything of the sort. I keep telling him, I said, you know what? I'm going to try to master your Irish accent because I can do some accents very well. I have an Indian accent, so I can do a Hindu accent. Oh, dude, you've got to see this. This is unbelievable. I'm dying. Oh, this is crazy. Crazy. Oh, my Krishna. Okay, I don't know if I should say Krishna because it's more like a religious thing. But they have a song. There's a song that I heard on the radio. What is it called? Something with Krishnan and his red Trans Am. Slow down, Krishnan, slow down. Your red Trans Am goes way too fast. Slow down, Krishnan, slow down. Or your current life may be your last. Pretty good, huh? It's cute, and it makes me laugh. It's amusing. The world is a small place. You have to, a little something, a little entertainment, just fun, makes. Okay. I have an Indian subscriber. I didn't want to offend them, but I love the accent, the Indian accent, so much. I had so many Indian friends over at UMass Lowell when I studied there. It's like every day I see Indian people. So many Indian friends that I couldn't help. But one of my closer friends, I get to hear the way he speaks, and you get to master it. Of course, different parts of India, depends. I think in Bombay they speak more English than they do, the Indian language, which they have many dialects, so it's hard for me to define, but it's a lot of fun. Now I'm getting away from the point of my blog. First, I wanted to get to a little bit what I'm doing lately, because my moment of truth is really kind of a diary to just kind of put my life out here. I'm getting all sentimental about it. I've been on YouTube for over 2 years, and I'm very, very happy to have had the fortunate chance to be out here. I think it has had a tremendous impact on my life, both in coming out and trying to set myself free. I want people to understand between the last life and this life, there's so many things that have been kept secret, and I never really had a good place to tell people anything. I know it sounds weird. I know it does. But when I come out here and I get to say something, it helps me realize that there's other people that can listen and hear what I have to say. There's a whole reason why I was sent back here. And sometimes for me, that reason isn't always clear. I carry so many things with me. And I'm not saying this because I want attention or want to be popular or anything. Those parts of me that are locked up. And I have to try in some way to set that free. Lots of guilt. Lots of guilt. I'm not proud of what I did. I want to be proud to be able to say that. I was a part of Japan. I'm still very loyal to Japan. The people have given so much to me. I think without that way of things, I would be lost in this American life. And I don't want to be that way. There's something very important that I want to say. I'm going to save it at the end of the blog, but I'm getting emotional now and I'm trying not to. Maybe my last blog wasn't be so clear, I'm not too sure. I saw a little bit about it, but I'm setting it out in whatever imperfections it has. I want to say a formal thank you to the people at YouTube for providing such a wonderful venue in this time and place. There's a lot of things that have changed since then and now, and technology is really a big thing that's advanced in such a way I could never have imagined that I'd have a chance to say something to the world, and I'd have an opportunity. I want people to realize that some of the things I have to say are part of my life's purpose. And I want to know that if I did pass on and I got into an accident today and I moved on to another realm, another place, that purpose would be fulfilled. I try not to harbor any bad feelings on people. And the world is a small place. Everybody's related to each other, and we're all part of one world. So thank you, YouTube, for giving me the opportunity to come out here and speak to the world. There are others watching way beyond this realm, and it's a much larger place than you can imagine. If people think that this is just one world, this is just the only place that is, they're surely wrong. There's other places, and maybe I'll get into it. But I'm very thankful for that, and I couldn't be happier. Anything else wouldn't matter to me. So thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so what have I been here? I've been tackling this exhaust leak in my car, thinking of a way of doing things. The weather's been warm. We're supposed to get to, I think, probably 60s or 70s tomorrow here in Massachusetts. Spring is almost here. I think spring is Monday or Tuesday. I'd have to look at the calendar to kind of find out. So I'm kind of thinking of putting my headers on. And I know I said it so many times, somebody's going to hate me. He says, blah, 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 blah. Why didn't you paint your headers? And no, of course I didn't paint my headers. But dude, if you like this, he says, why don't you set your headers out, put a little paint on that, and get that thing done? Because, dude, I'm tired of hearing that crap. Okay, well, whatever. But you know it has to be warm, the temperature has to be right for the paint to stick. I did paint a muffler of mine this past winter when it was like 15 degrees. It stuck reasonably well, but it's not a permanent thing. I just want it to look nice when I put my cherry bomb on there. So, I've been having this pipe. This is my header pipe. I don't think I showed this to you guys before, but that part goes on the end of the flange, that's the collector. And that's coming from the engine, and it goes all the way through to here. Now, let me show you what I did last night. As you can see, something's cut here, right? I welded a flange. I had this welded on. What was it? Yeah, it was like that. You look at this and say, oh, I don't know if that looks good. That's crooked. I set the headers in a certain way. It wasn't perfectly straight. I'm not used to installing headers, and I welded on there because that was the best position for it to be in. Now, since then, you know, I've kind of looked at it, and this thing kind of shakes and moves a little bit. It was hitting against something, and I said, oh, well, it's not right. And there's a different way of setting this thing. So when I first bolted it on, it wasn't quite right. So I had to go and cut this off with my Dremel tool all the way around. Now you can see there's still a pipe. This is a small pipe. I'm going to put a clamp on there and do that thing. I'm going to show you. Well, no, I'm not going to show you. I don't even have time. But when you use the Dremel tool, it's a little handheld device. You go around that. It heats up. I can't do any more cutting. I would have done it last night. So there you go. Move on quick. I have important stuff to say. Flowers back in the car. My flower holder broke. I installed one in 2 days ago. And I'm hanging my panda charm off of the rearview mirror. And my beloved Yoshi. I love my Yoshi. Yoshi is back on the rear deck of my car. I cleaned out the car. I had a lot of stuff in it. And, well, it looks silly. And there's a rear deck for it to so anyway, Yoshi's very sweet. I love my Yoshi. Yoshi's very fine. And Yoshi has had a little bit of soiling going on that year. You can see it's a little, well, it's a little gray. You probably can't see it so much. I do want to reiterate on something that I said in my last moment of truth, and it's my opportunity to speak truthfully. I didn't want to sound like I was pointing the finger at people in my last blog. Nobody's perfect. Sometimes it's just hard for me to hear people say that just because Japan's a highly industrialized country that it's going to be okay. Here's my thing on that, okay? You never know when disaster is going to strike. I mean, people live in civilized societies, hopefully. They have boundaries, they buy property, and they think it's theirs. And legally it is. But I want people also to understand that you never know when Mother Nature is going to claim and take back what belongs to her. She could do it at any time. It can happen in your backyard. I think even if people can't make contributions financially, I know these are tough times, if they make an effort to try to raise money or bring awareness to the topic, no matter where anything happens in any country, even outside of Japan, it really makes a good mark for humanity. It helps people out. You never know when the same thing could happen to you. You could have disaster strike at any moment in your backyard. And if you can help those people that might be in a current situation that's bad, it makes a big difference. And those people will be back and they'll remember that. And they'll also help you in a time of need. I'm getting sentimental again because this is a big thing I want to say and I only have so much time. As a veteran of Japan, what I see in my past life, you get to see and hear things, in a country that's kind of foreign. It's probably not what I consider to be home, but I have to realize that it is home. And sometimes people can be pretty mean with what they have to say. I get to lose faith in people. As much as I don't like to get emotional, sometimes that stuff hurts. And I try to let it go because it's important. I have to. But when you see the outpouring of good people that were able to help, that were able to make contributions to help the people of Japan last year, I don't think anything could warm my heart anymore. It made me so happy. For a country, for a people that some people label to be evil, to be terrible. I've been labeled that in the past. It is very painful. I have no choice but to come in this world and do good things. And I was at the mercy of a lot of entities way beyond this earth. And I'm very fortunate to have this life where I could come back. I want to thank the world. Thank you, world. I guess to some people it means a lot. It helps to set me free, maybe, to know that the past is something that's gone, and I don't have to think about that again. Maybe that's not very clear, but I want to say thank you in here now. It just means so much to me. Now, I haven't left a tune out here at the end of my blog, but I'm going to try to set a link below to John Lennon. I love this guy. And he has a song called Imagine. So that's my moment of truth, and I will be back.